Welcome to this audiobook 10 Lessons of No Drama Discipline by Daniel J, Siegel and Tina Payne Bryson. Imagine you're a parent, standing in the kitchen, watching your 5-year-old melt down because you said no to a third cookie. Or maybe you're coaxing your teenager out of a sullen silence after a disagreement about screen time. If you've ever felt lost in those moments, caught between frustration, guilt, and the desperate wish to do better, this book is your guide. Siegel and Bryson, a neuropsychiatrist and a parenting expert, team up to offer a revolutionary approach to discipline. It's not about control or punishment. It's about connection, understanding, and building a child's brain for a lifetime of resilience. Over the next hour, we'll dive deep into their no-drama philosophy, explore their practical strategies, and wrap up with why this book might just change the way you see parenting forever. Ready? Let's begin. Part 1. Discipline means to teach, not to punish. If you've ever found yourself in the thick of a parenting storm, wondering why your usual tactics of timeouts or stern lectures aren't working, this is where the shift begins. We'll unpack this game-changing idea, explore the brain science behind it, and walk through vivid examples that bring it to life. Picture yourself not as an enforcer of rules, but as a guide, someone who's teaching your child how to navigate the world, one messy moment at a time. Let's step into this together. The big reframe. Imagine it's a typical Wednesday evening. You're juggling dinner prep when your 5-year-old, Emma, dashes through the kitchen with muddy boots, leaving a trail across your clean floor. Your instinct might be to snap, "Go to your room, now." After all, that's what discipline often looks like, right? A quick consequence to stop the chaos. But Siegel and Bryson stop us right there. They ask, what if discipline isn't about punishment at all? What if it's about teaching? They start with a simple but profound reframe. The word discipline comes from the Latin discipulus, meaning pupil or learner. Think about that. A pupil isn't someone you control. They're someone you guide, someone you help grow. So, in that muddy boot moment, your job isn't to banish Emma to her room. It's to teach her about actions, consequences, and how to handle mistakes. Punishment might stop the mud today, but teaching builds skills for tomorrow. That's the heart of no-drama discipline. It's not about winning the moment. It's about wiring your child's brain for the long haul. The brain house, upstairs and downstairs. To understand how this works, Siegel and Bryson take us inside the brain. Your child's brain, specifically. They use a brilliant metaphor. Picture the brain as a house. Downstairs lives the primitive part, the amygdala, the emotional engine that drives tantrums, impulses, and that sudden urge to track mud indoors. It's reactive, raw, and fully online from birth. Upstairs, though, is the prefrontal cortex, the thoughtful part, where logic, empathy, and self-control hang out. The catch? That upstairs brain is still under construction, especially in kids like Emma. It won't be fully furnished until their mid-20s. Now, when Emma bolts through with muddy boots and you yell, "What were you thinking?" Her downstairs brain hears danger. It flips into fight or flight mode, flooding her with stress hormones. The upstairs brain? It shuts down. She's not thinking about mud or rules. She's just surviving your tone. Punishment in that moment might feel satisfying, but it's teaching her nothing. She's too overwhelmed to learn. But here's the alternative, connection. Siegel and Bryson say that before you can teach, you've got to calm that downstairs chaos. So, you take a breath, kneel down to Emma's level, and say, "Whoa, those boots brought the outside in, didn't they? Let's figure this out together." Your calm voice, your eye contact, it's like a lifeline to her downstairs brain, signaling safety. Only then can her upstairs brain flicker back on, ready to learn. This connect before you correct approach is the cornerstone of their no-drama philosophy. Example 1. The juice spill showdown. Let's bring this to life with a story, one the authors might nod at. Picture Emma again, now a bit older, say 7. She's pouring juice at the table, daydreaming about her favorite cartoon, and, splash, half the glass lands on the couch. You feel that familiar heat rising. Your old script might be, "Emma, you're so careless. No TV tonight." But let's rewind and try the no-drama way. Step 1. Connect. You grab a towel, sit beside her, and say, "Oops, that juice had a mind of its own, huh? I bet that surprised you." Your tone's warm, not accusing. Emma nods, her shoulders relaxing. She's not in trouble, she's with you. Step 2. Teach. Once she's calm, you say, "Let's clean it up together. Next time, maybe we can hold the glass with 2 hands. Want to practice?" You're not punishing her clumsiness, you're coaching her through it. What's happening in her brain? That downstairs panic, asterisk mom's mad, I'm bad asterisk, fades. Her upstairs brain kicks in, processing cause and effect. Spills happen, but I can fix them. Over time, these moments stack up, building her ability to think before she acts. Contrast that with the punishment route. A night without TV might make her mad or sneaky, but it doesn't teach her how to pour juice or handle mistakes better next time. Example 2. The playground push. Now let's shift scenes. Your 3-year-old, Liam, is at the playground. He's been waiting for the slide, but another kid cuts in front. Liam shoves him. The kid cries, and you're mortified. The knee-jerk reaction? Liam, time out right now. But Siegel and Bryson nudge you to pause. What's Liam telling you with that push? First, connect. You scoop him up, away from the chaos, and say, "You really wanted that slide, didn't you?" It's tough when someone goes first. He's still wiggling, but your words anchor him. He's not a bad kid. He's just mad. Then, teach. Pushing hurts, though. Next time, let's try saying, "My turn." Want to practice? You role-play it right there, turning a meltdown into a mini lesson. Compare that to a timeout. Sitting alone, Liam might stew in shame or plot revenge. His downstairs brain stays in charge. But with connection, you've coaxed his upstairs brain online. He's learning words over fists, patience over impulses. It's not instant. He might push again tomorrow, but you've planted a seed. That's teaching, not punishing. Example 3, the teen door slam. One more example, because this works beyond the toddler years. Say your 13-year-old, Ethan, storms in after school, muttering about a bad grade. You ask, "What happened?" And he snaps, "Leave me alone," then slams his door. Your instinct might be, "That's it, no phone tonight." But let's try no drama discipline with a teen twist. Connect first. You wait a bit. Teens need space, then knock gently. "Hey, rough day, huh? I'm here when you're ready." No lecture, just presence. Later, when he emerges, you teach. Slamming doors gets loud, but it doesn't tell me what's up. Want to talk about that grade? Maybe he grumbles about a tough teacher. Maybe you brainstorm study tweaks together. Punishment, like yanking his phone, might have fueled a power struggle, locking him in downstairs defiance. Instead, you've opened a door, pun intended, to his upstairs brain, reflection, problem-solving, trust. He's learning you're a teammate, not a judge. That's discipline as teaching, even with a moody teen. Why it matters. So why go through all this? Kneeling in mud, mopping juice, decoding door slams. Siegel and Bryson tie it to the science. Every time you connect instead of punish, you're helping your child integrate their brain. That downstairs-upstairs link grows stronger, paving the way for emotional regulation, better choices, even empathy. Punishment might stop behavior today, but it risks shame or rebellion tomorrow. Teaching, though, it builds a kid who can handle life spills, literal and figurative, without crumbling. The authors share a parent's story. A dad used to spank his son for hitting his sister. After switching to connection, "I see you're mad. Let's breathe together." The hitting dropped. Not overnight, but over months. Why? The boy wasn't just controlled. He was taught. That's the no-drama promise. Discipline isn't a battle to win. It's a lesson to share. Wrapping up Part 1. As we close this expanded look at Part 1, picture Emma, Liam, and Ethan again. Muddy boots, juice spills, slammed doors. They're not disasters. They're classrooms. Siegel and Bryson remind us that discipline isn't about perfection or power. It's about seeing your child as a learner, not a problem. Connect first, teach second. The mess might not vanish, but the drama? That starts to fade. 2. Connection is the key to effective discipline. One of the core ideas in the book is that connection must come first. When children feel understood and supported, they are more likely to cooperate and learn from their mistakes. By connecting with empathy during moments of misbehavior, rather than reacting with anger, parents can calm the chaos and create a space for teaching. Why connection comes first? Imagine you're in the grocery store, cart half full, when your 3-year-old, Liam, spots a box of neon green cereal. You say no, and suddenly he's on the floor, wailing like the world's ending. Shoppers glance over, and you're tempted to hiss, "Stop it," or "No TV tonight." But Siegel and Bryson pause us here. They ask, what if this tantrum isn't the enemy? What if it's a signal, a messy, loud SOS from Liam's brain? They lean on neuroscience to explain. Kids are wired for connection. It's how they feel safe. When Liam's screaming, his downstairs brain, that emotional, reactive part, is in overdrive. Maybe he's tired, hungry, or just craving your attention after a busy morning. Yelling or punishing flips his panic switch higher, locking him in that downstairs chaos. But connection? That's the off-ramp. It tells his brain, "You're not alone. I've got you." Only then can he hear you, learn from you, grow with you. The authors call this chasing the why, digging past the behavior to the feeling underneath. Connection isn't coddling. It's the key that unlocks effective discipline. Example 1, the cereal meltdown. Let's play out that grocery store scene. Liam's sprawled by the cereal aisle, fists pounding. Your old move might have been to drag him out, muttering threats. But now, you try connection. You crouch down, not easy with a card, and say, "Wow, you really wanted that cereal, huh?" It's tough when I say no. Your voice is steady, your eyes meet his. He's still crying, but he's looking back. You've cracked the door to his world. Next, you hold his hand and add, "I get it. Those colors are cool. But we've got yummy stuff at home. Want to pick a fruit instead?" His sobs slow. He nods, sniffling, and points to bananas. What just happened? You didn't bribe or punish, you connected. His downstairs brain calmed, letting his upstairs brain, the thoughtful part, peek out. He's learning. Feelings are okay, and mom helps me through them. Contrast that with a threat. No TV. Might have stopped the tantrum, but it'd leave Liam stewing, not growing. Connection turned chaos into a teaching moment. Example 2, the homework standoff. Now picture your 8-year-old, Sophia, at the kitchen table. Homework's due tomorrow, but she's doodling, ignoring your nudges. You say, "Get to work," and she snaps, "I hate math," then shoves her book away. Tension's rising. You could dock her screen time, but let's try connection instead. You sit beside her, close but quiet, and say, "Math's feeling big tonight, isn't it? I remember hating fractions too." She glances up, surprised you're not mad. You've connected, not to the homework, but to her struggle. Then, want to tackle one problem together? "I'll be your math buddy." She sighs but nods. You work through it, step by step, and soon she's rolling solo. Here's the magic. Connection didn't just get the homework done. It showed Sophia she's not alone in her frustration. Her downstairs brain, flooded with "I can't do this," settled, letting her upstairs brain engage. Punishment might have sparked a fight. Connection built trust and grit. That's discipline that sticks. Example 3, the sibling squabble. One more scene. Your kids, 5-year-old Emma and 10-year-old Ethan, are bickering over a toy. Emma yanks it. Ethan yells, "Give it back," and it's escalating fast. You could send them to separate corners, but Siegel and Bryson suggest connection first. You step in, calm but firm. "Whoa, this toy's causing a ruckus." Emma, you look mad. Ethan, you sound upset too. What's going on? You're not picking sides, you're tuning in. Emma mumbles, "He always takes it." Ethan grumbles, "She never shares." You nod, connecting to both. Sounds like you both want to turn. That's tricky, huh? They're still glaring, but they're listening. Then, let's figure this out. How about Emma gets 5 minutes, then Ethan? I'll set a timer. They agree, grudgingly, but it's progress. Connection didn't just stop the fight. It opened their upstairs brains to fairness and negotiation. Timeouts might have silenced them, but this? It's teaching them how to share a world. The science of connection. Why does this work? Siegel, the brain expert, points to how kids' minds develop. When you connect, through eye contact, a gentle touch, words that validate, their nervous system relaxes. Stress hormones drop, and the prefrontal cortex, that upstairs brain, lights up. It's like flipping a switch from survival to learning. Studies show kids who feel securely connected handle emotions better, bounce back faster, even do better in school. Bryson adds a parenting lens. Connection isn't weakness, it's strength. It says, "I'm with you, not against you." That security lets kids take risks, like admitting a mistake or trying a hard math problem, because they know you're their safety net. Punishment builds walls, connection builds bridges. Connection in the chaos. Let's be real, connection isn't always easy. When Liam's screaming, Sophia's sulking, or Emma and Ethan are at war, your own downstairs brain might hijack you first. Siegel and Bryson get that. They say it's okay to take a breath, steady yourself, then connect. The goal isn't perfection, it's presence. Even a fumbled, "I see you're upset, and I'm here," can shift the tide. They share a story. A mom once faced her toddler's public tantrum with a bribe, candy to hush him. Later, she tried connection. "You're mad we're leaving the park." "Me too, it's fun here." He calmed faster, and she felt less frazzled. Connection didn't just help him, it saved her sanity too. As we wrap this segment, think back to Liam, Sophia, and the sibling squabble. Connection turned their chaos into chances to feel heard, to learn, to grow. Siegel and Bryson remind us, discipline isn't effective without it. It's the spark that lights up a child's mind, making teaching possible. So next time the storm hits, chase the why. Kneel down. Look them in the eye. Connect. It's the key that unlocks everything else. 3. Behavior is communication. The authors emphasize that a child's misbehavior is often a form of communication. Instead of seeing bad behavior as defiance or disobedience, parents should ask, "What is my child trying to tell me?" Misbehavior often reflects unmet needs, stress, or developmental struggles. Understanding the root cause helps parents respond more effectively. The hidden message. Picture this. It's a hectic afternoon, and your 6-year-old, Emma, is dawdling over her shoes when you're already late for school. You say, "Hurry up," and she flops onto the floor, whining, "I don't want to." Your first thought might be, she's being difficult on purpose, but Siegel and Bryson stop us there. They say behavior isn't random, it's communication. Emma's not just stalling, she's telling you something. Maybe she's anxious about a test, tired from a late night, or craving a moment with you before the rush swallows her day. The authors tie this to the brain. That downstairs part, the emotional, reactive amygdala, is like a loudspeaker for feelings kids can't yet name. When Emma flops, it's her way of shouting, "I'm overwhelmed." Punishment might get her shoes on faster, but it misses the message. Instead, they urge us to chase the why, to see behavior as a clue to what's brewing inside. Decode that, and you've got the key to real discipline. Example 1, the shoe flop. Let's stay with Emma. She's on the floor, shoes untouched, and you're fuming. The old playbook might say, "No dawdling, time out." But behavior is communication, so you pause. You kneel down and say, "Shoes are taking forever today, huh? What's making it hard?" Your tone's curious, not cross. She mumbles, "I don't like school." Aha, clue. You dig deeper. "Something tough there today?" She nods, "Spelling test." Now you've got it. Her flop is fear talking. You connect. Those tests can feel big. I get nervous too sometimes. Then teach. "Let's tie those shoes and practice a few words in the car, deal?" She perks up, shoes on in a flash. What happened? You heard her behavior. I'm scared, not just the whine. Her downstairs brain calmed, letting her upstairs brain tackle the day. A timeout might have forced compliance, but it had skipped the lesson. Mom hears me, and I can handle this. That's discipline through understanding. Example 2, the silent teen. Now shift gears. Your 14-year-old, Ethan, comes home, drops his bag, and heads to his room without a word. You call, "How was your day?" and get a shrug. Normally, you'd push, "Answer me," or assume he's rude. But behavior is communication. Ethan's silence isn't defiance, it's a signal. You knock later, easing in. "Hey, quiet day, huh? Something on your mind?" He grunts, "Nothing." You sit anyway, patient. "Rough days can make me quiet too. I'm here." Finally, he spills, "Coach yelled at me." There it is, his retreat was hurt, not attitude. You connect. That stinks. Being yelled at feels awful. Then guide. Want to talk it out or shake it off with a game? He picks the game. His silence said, "I'm processing pain." Connection cracked it open, letting his upstairs brain reflect instead of shut down. Forcing a chat might have built a wall. Listening tore it down. Behavior spoke, you just had to hear it. Example 3, the toy tantrum. One more. Your 3-year-old, Liam, is playing with a truck when his cousin snags it. Liam shrieks and flails, classic tantrum. You could snap, "Stop that." But behavior is communication. Liam's not just mad, he's saying something. You scoop him up. "Oof, that truck got taken fast, didn't it?" You're really upset. He's still loud, but he leans in. You've got his ear. It's hard to lose your turn. "What can we do?" He sniffs, "Get it back." You nod. "Let's ask together. Can Liam have a turn soon?" You model it, and he tries, wobbly but willing. His tantrum screamed, "I feel powerless." Connection heard it, calming his downstairs brain enough to try words. Punishment might have hushed him, but it wouldn't teach him how to share or trust you. Behavior was his voice, you gave it a reply. The brain behind the behavior. Why does this matter? Siegel brings the science. Behavior reflects the brain state. When Liam flails or Ethan shrugs, their downstairs brain is running the show. Emotions too big for words. Kids don't have the upstairs wiring, prefrontal cortex stuff like self-control or articulation, fully online yet. It's why they act out instead of talk out. Bryson adds the parenting spin. Seeing behavior as communication shifts your lens. It's not against you. It's from them. A dispatch from their inner world. Respond with connection, and you help that upstairs brain grow. Studies back this. Kids who feel understood regulate emotions better long-term. Ignore the message, and you're just silencing the messenger. Hearing the unsaid. This isn't always intuitive. When Emma dawdles, Ethan sulks, or Liam wails, your own downstairs brain might yell, "Fix it now." Siegel and Bryson say that's normal. Just breathe first. Then listen. A tantrum might mean I'm tired. A sulk could whisper, "I'm hurt." Even defiance might roar, "I need control." They share a gem. A dad once faced his daughter's refusal to eat dinner. Instead of "eat or else," he asked, "What's up with the food tonight?" She confessed, "It's slimy." He laughed, "Fair enough. Let's find something not slimy." Her no was communication. "I don't like this," and he heard it. Dinner got eaten, trust got built. As we close this segment, Think of Emma's shoes, Ethan's silence, Liam's truck. Their behaviors weren't battles, they were broadcasts. Siegel and Bryson show us, discipline isn't about stopping the noise, it's about hearing the need. Chase the why, connect to the feeling, teach from there. When you do, you're not just managing today, you're growing tomorrow's resilience, one decoded message at a time. 4. Teach children about their emotions. Siegel and Bryson explain that emotional regulation is a skill that must be taught and practiced. Through discipline, parents can help their children recognize and process emotions, rather than suppress them. Teaching kids about their feelings and how to manage them helps build emotional intelligence and resilience. Emotions as teachers. Picture this, it's bedtime, and your 5-year-old, Emma, is clinging to you, tears streaming, begging for one more story. You're exhausted, tempted to snap. Enough, go to sleep. But Siegel and Bryson pause us. They say emotions aren't the enemy, they're messengers. Emma's tears aren't defiance. They're her way of saying, I'm scared to be alone or I need you close. Teaching her about those feelings doesn't just end the standoff, it grows her mind. The authors root this in neuroscience. Emotions start in the downstairs brain, that raw, reactive part. Kids feel them big but don't yet have the upstairs brain tools, logic, regulation, to name or tame them. When we dismiss Emma's tears, we miss a chance. But when we teach her what's happening inside, we wire that upstairs-downstairs connection, what Siegel calls Mindsight, the ability to see and manage one's own emotions. That's discipline's real goal, not control, but emotional literacy. Example 1, the bedtime tears. Let's stay with Emma. She's sobbing, one more story, and you're fraying. Instead of shutting it down, you try teaching. You sit on her bed, soft but steady. Wow, you're feeling a lot right now, huh? Are you sad? Bedtime's here. She nods, hiccuping. You name it. That's a big feeling. Maybe it's telling you you're not ready to say goodnight. Then guide. When I feel that, I take some deep breaths. Want to try? You breathe together, slow in, slow out. Her tears ease. What else helps? You ask. She whispers, hug. You snuggle, then say, tomorrow, we'll read extra. Tonight, let's imagine a story in our heads. She drifts off, calmer. What happened? You taught Emma her sadness has a name and a fix. Her downstairs brain settled, and her upstairs brain logged a lesson. I can feel this and still be okay. A barked sleep now might have stopped the tears, but it wouldn't grow her emotional toolbox. Example 2, the angry outburst. Now imagine your 9-year-old, Sophia, after a rough day. She storms in, kicks her backpack, and yells, I hate everything. You could send her to her room, but emotions are teachers. You step closer. Whoa, that's some fire inside. What's it about? She glares, stupid project, everyone messed up, but me. You reflect, sounds like anger's saying you feel let down. That's tough. She nods, fists unclenching. You teach. When I'm mad, I shake it out or talk it out. What do you think? She stomps a bit. Silly, but it works. Then says talk. You listen, then brainstorm. Next time, maybe tell your group what you need. Her anger wasn't chaos. It was communication. You named it, tamed it, and gave her tools. Her upstairs brain clicked on, learning. I can handle mad without exploding. Punishment might have bottled it up. Teaching let it breathe and grow. Example 3, the quiet fear. One more. Your 12-year-old, Ethan, is oddly quiet at dinner. Usually chatty, he's pushing food around. You could ignore it, but behavior and emotions speak. You try. Hey, you're quiet tonight. Something heavy on your mind. He shrugs, dunno. You gently push. Sometimes quiet means worry. Anything like that. He mumbles, big game tomorrow. There's the emotion, fear. You connect. Games can feel huge. I'd be nervous too. Then teach. Want to picture it going well? Or shake off the jitters with me? He picks visualizing, and you walk him through it, scoring, cheering. He smiles, eats a bite. Ethan's silence was fear whispering. You named it, showed him it's normal, and gave him a strategy. His upstairs brain filed it away. I can face this. Brushing it off might have left him stuck. Teaching lifted him up. The science of feeling. Why does this work? Siegel explains, emotions aren't just noise, they shape the brain. When kids learn to recognize and handle them, neural pathways between the downstairs and upstairs brain strengthen. It's like building a bridge. Suddenly, feelings don't flood them, they flow through. Research shows this cuts tantrums, boosts resilience, even helps relationships later. Bryson adds the heart. Teaching emotions says, you're not bad for feeling, you're human. It's not about fixing kids, it's about equipping them. Name the feeling, validate it, offer a tool. That's how they grow from I'm mad to I'm mad, and I've got this. Emotions in the mess. This takes practice. When Emma cries, Sophia rages, or Ethan retreats, your own emotions might flare. Siegel and Bryson say that's okay, pause, then teach. Even a simple, "You're mad, and I'm here to help," starts the lesson. They share a story. A mom faced her son's meltdown over a lost toy. Instead of "Stop crying," she said, "Losing stuff hurts. I'd be sad too. Let's look together." He calmed. They searched, and he learned. Feelings pass, and I'm not alone. Small moment, big growth. As we close, think of Emma's tears, Sophia's anger, Ethan's fear. They're not roadblocks, they're roadmaps. Siegel and Bryson show us. Teaching kids about emotions turns discipline into discovery. Name it, feel it, handle it. That's how you build a child who doesn't just survive feelings, but thrives through them. Next time they flare up, lean in. What's this emotion teaching today? 5. Engage, don't enrage. When disciplining, stay calm and avoid escalating the situation. Yelling or reacting with anger may only trigger a child's fight or flight response, making it harder for them to listen or learn. Instead, the authors suggest using a calm, empathetic tone to engage their upstairs brain, the rational, problem-solving part of the brain, rather than activating their downstairs brain, the instinctive, reactive part. The power of engagement. Imagine it's a rainy Saturday, and your 7-year-old, Emma, refuses to clean her room. Toys are everywhere, and your "do it now" gets a loud no. You're ready to double down, maybe threaten no dessert. But Siegel and Bryson offer a different move. Engage, don't enrage. They say discipline isn't a power struggle, it's a partnership. When you enrage Emma with a standoff, her downstairs brain, that emotional, fight or flight part, takes over and learning shuts down. But when you engage her, you keep her upstairs brain, the thoughtful, cooperative part, in the game. This isn't about giving in, it's about pulling her in. The authors root this in brain science. Connection lowers stress hormones, keeping the prefrontal cortex online. Enraging builds walls, engaging builds bridges. It's discipline that invites, not ignites. Example 1. The messy room standoff. Let's stick with Emma. She's glaring, arms crossed, and the room's a disaster. Enraging might sound like, "Clean it," or "No TV all weekend." She'd dig in, you'd yell, and the mess would stay. Instead, you engage. You sit among the toys. "Whoa, this room's wild today. What's the hardest part about starting?" She grumbles, "Too much stuff." You nod. "Yeah, it's a lot. How about we team up? I'll grab the blocks, you pick the dolls." She hesitates, then starts. You keep it light, race you to the bin, and soon it's done. Engagement didn't just clean the room. It taught her, I can do hard things with help. Her upstairs brain stayed on, problem solving instead of panicking. Enraging would have left you both fuming. This left you laughing. Example 2. The homework rebellion. Now picture your 10-year-old, Sophia, at the table. Math homework's due, but she's doodling, ignoring your "get going." Enraging could be, "No phone till it's done." Cue the eye roll and a standoff. Instead, engage. You slide over. "Math's not your buddy tonight, huh? What's it fighting you about?" She mutters, "Fractions are dumb." You connect. "They're tricky. I hated them too." Then invite. "Want to crack one together? We'll be fraction detectives." She smirks, grabs her pencil, and you work it out, step by step. Engagement turned resistance into teamwork. Her upstairs brain clicked in. Asterisk, I can figure this out, asterisk, while enraging might have sparked a tantrum, leaving fractions unsolved. Example 3. The teen shutdown. One more. Your 15-year-old, Ethan, storms in, slamming his bag. What's wrong? Gets a nothing and a door slam. Enraging might mean, lose the attitude, or you're grounded, escalating the wall between you. Instead, engage. You wait, then knock. "Rough day, huh? I'm guessing something big hit you." He grunts. "Maybe." You sit nearby. "I'm here. Want to unload or just chill?" He picks chill, so you toss him a controller for a quick game. Mid-play, he spills, "Friends ditched me." You nod. "That stings. Want to talk it through?" He does, bit by bit. Engagement opened him up. His upstairs brain processed hurt instead of hiding. Enraging would have locked him away. This drew him out. The brain at play. Why does engaging win? Siegel ties it to the brain's wiring. When you enrage, yelling, threatening, stress floods the downstairs brain, flipping it to survival mode. The upstairs brain, where reflection and cooperation live, goes dark. But engagement keeps the lights on. A calm voice, a shared task, a playful twist. It signals safety, letting the prefrontal cortex stay active. Studies show kids engaged this way build better self-control and empathy over time. Bryson brings the parenting angle. Engagement says, we're in this together. It's not weakness, it's strategy. You're not just fixing the moment. You're teaching collaboration, resilience, how to bend without breaking, engaging through the noise. This isn't always smooth. When Emma balks, Sophia doodles, or Ethan slams, your own downstairs brain might itch to roar. Siegel and Bryson get it. Take a breath, then pivot. Engagement can be simple. A question, a joke, a hand on the shoulder. It's about meeting them where they are, not dragging them where you want. They share a story. A dad faced his son's refusal to leave the park. Enraging, "We're going now." Flopped. So he engaged. "Last mission, race me to the car like superheroes." The boy zoomed off, grinning. Engagement turned a fight into fun, teaching. As we wrap this segment, think of Emma's toys, Sophia's math, Ethan's slam. Enraging built battles, engaging built bonds. Siegel and Bryson show us discipline isn't about winning. It's about working together. Keep their brain engaged, not enraged, and you're not just surviving the day. You're shaping a mind that thrives in the mess. Next time sparks fly, lean in. How can you engage today? 6. Focus on the whole brain. The book draws on neuroscience to explain how children's brains are still developing, particularly the prefrontal cortex, which governs impulse control and decision-making. Parents should tailor their discipline strategies to their child's developmental stage and aim to integrate the different parts of the brain. This means helping children link their emotions, downstairs brain, with logic, upstairs brain, to make better choices. The whole brain vision. Picture this. Your 4-year-old, Liam, is mid-meltdown because his tower of blocks just crashed. He's screaming, flinging pieces, and you're torn. Shush him or send him to timeout. Siegel and Bryson step in with a bigger idea. Focus on the whole brain. They see the brain as a house. Downstairs is the emotional, reactive core. Upstairs is the logical, reflective hub. Kids like Liam live mostly downstairs, feeling big but not yet reasoning through it. Discipline, they say, isn't about silencing that chaos. It's about linking those floors into a working whole. Siegel's neuroscience lens shines here. Integration, connecting the downstairs and upstairs brain, builds what he calls a coherent mind. It's why Liam's meltdown isn't just noise. It's a chance to grow. Shaming or punishing might stop the tears, but focusing on the whole brain teaches him to feel, think, and bounce back, together. Example 1. The block tower breakdown. Let's stay with Liam. Blocks are everywhere, and he's wailing. A quick, quiet down might hush him, but it skips the brain work. Instead, you focus on the whole. You kneel beside him. "Oof, that tower falling was a shock, huh?" You're really upset. You're naming the downstairs emotion, anger, disappointment, giving it space. Then you bridge upstairs. "What happened to make it crash?" He sniffs. "Too tall." You nod. "Tough lesson, tall ones tip. Want to build a sturdy one together." He wipes his eyes, grabs a block. You've linked feeling to thinking. His downstairs calms, his upstairs plans. The whole brain's humming now. "I can feel mad and fix it." Timeout might have muted him. This grew him. Example 2. The friendship fallout. Now imagine your 11-year-old, Sophia, slamming her door after school. "What's wrong?" Gets a sharp "leave me alone." You could ground her for sass, but whole brain focus shifts the lens. You wait, then knock. "Sounds like a rough day hit you hard. Want to tell me?" She mutters, "My friend ditched me." You sit, reflecting downstairs. "That hurts. I'd feel mad and sad too." Then upstairs, "What do you think happened?" She shrugs. "She's got new friends." You guide. "That stinks. Want to figure out what's next? Talk to her or find your own crew." She ponders, opts to text. You've wired the whole brain. Emotion met logic, and she's stronger for it. Punishment might have festered the hurt. This healed it. Example 3. The game loss gripe. One more. Your 13-year-old, Ethan, storms in after soccer, kicking his bag. "We lost, stupid team." Enforcing calm down or else might spark a fight. Instead, whole brain focus. You say, "Losing's rough." You sound fired up. That's downstairs. Anger's loud. Then upstairs, "What went wrong out there?" He vents. "Nobody passed." You nod. Frustrating. "What could shift that next game?" He thinks. "Maybe I'll call plays louder." You've linked his emotional surge to a plan, whole brain growth. His mind logs. "I can feel this and move forward." Yelling back would have split those floors. This built them together. The science of integration. Why prioritize the whole brain? Siegel's got the data. When downstairs and upstairs connect, neural pathways thicken. It's like upgrading wiring. Emotions don't overwhelm, they inform. Kids with this integration handle stress better, solve problems faster, even show more empathy. Studies link it to lower anxiety and stronger relationships later. Bryson adds the heart. Focusing on the whole brain isn't just science, it's love. It says, your feelings matter, and so does your growth. You're not fixing a moment. You're forging a mind that can feel deeply and think clearly all at once. Whole brain in action. This takes patience. When Liam's blocks crash, Sophia's friend bails, or Ethan's team flops, your own downstairs might flare. Asterisk, stop it. Asterisk, but pause. Whole brain focus means meeting the emotion, then nudging the thought. It's messy. Liam might still cry, Sophia might sulk, but each try stitches those floors tighter. The authors share a gem. A mom faced her daughter's refusal to dress for school. Instead of now or no recess, she asked, "What's making pants tough today?" Downstairs. "And how can we pick something comfy?" Upstairs. The girl chose leggings, whole brain win. Small steps, big wiring. As we wrap this segment, see Liam's blocks, Sophia's door, Ethan's kick. They're not just hiccups, they're whole brain workouts. Siegel and Bryson show us. Discipline isn't about splitting emotion from reason, it's about uniting them. Feel it, think it, grow through it. That's how you build a child whose brain doesn't just react, but reflects. Next time chaos calls, focus on the whole. What's connecting today? 7. Use the power of redirecting. Instead of punishing bad behavior, the authors recommend redirecting children to more appropriate behaviors or solutions. For example, if a child is throwing toys, redirect them by saying, "We don't throw toys, but you can throw this ball outside." Redirecting teaches children what they can do, rather than just focusing on what they can't. The art of the pivot. Picture this. It's a hectic morning, and your 6-year-old, Emma, is sprawled on the couch, refusing to brush her teeth. "I hate it," she wails, and you're one step from a standoff. Do it or no playtime. Siegel and Bryson offer a twist, redirect. Instead of clashing, you pivot her energy. It's not ignoring the problem. It's guiding her downstairs brain, that emotional, reactive mess, toward her upstairs brain, where solutions live. The science backs it. When kids are stuck in a tantrum, their amygdala's on fire. Forcing compliance fans the flames. Redirecting, though, dials down the heat, inviting the prefrontal cortex, logic, calm, back online. It's discipline that moves forward, not backward. Example 1. The toothbrush tantrum. Let's stick with Emma. She's anti-teeth brushing, and you're late. Yelling might get the brush in her mouth, but it's a fight. Instead, redirect. You grab her stuffed bear. "Hey, Mr. Bear says his teeth feel yucky too. Should we brush together?" She giggles, curious. You keep it rolling. "Let's race. Bear's teeth versus yours." She dashes to the sink, brushing while you scrub the bear's imaginary chompers. Redirecting didn't just clean her teeth, it turned defiance into play. Her downstairs brain chilled. Her upstairs brain joined the fun. "I can do this, silly." Forcing it might have soured the morning. This sweetened it. Example 2. The screen time showdown. Now imagine your 9-year-old, Sophia, glued to her tablet. "Time's up," gets a 5 more minutes, and a glare. A power grab. "Off now, or it's gone." Could spark war. Redirect instead. You sit close. "Epic game, huh? What's happening?" She rants about her level. You pivot. "Sounds intense. Want to tell me the strategy while we set the table?" She groans but follows, chatting as she grabs plates. Redirecting shifted her from screen obsession to storytelling. Her upstairs brain kicked in, planning and connecting. A shutdown would have bred resentment. This built a bridge. Example 3. The homework hiccup. One more. Your 13-year-old, Ethan, is slumped over math homework, muttering, "This is pointless." Focus. Might push him to quit. Redirect instead. You lean in. "Math's kicking you today, huh? What's the worst part?" He grumbles, "Word problems." You steer. "Those are sneaky. Want to turn one into a story. Make it ridiculous?" He smirks, spinning a tale about aliens and fractions. Then, "Let's solve it for them." He does, laughing. Redirecting swapped frustration for creativity. His downstairs brain eased, his upstairs brain solved. "I can tackle this." Forcing it might have stalled him. This moved him forward. The brain boost. Why is redirecting so potent? Siegel's neuroscience says it's about flow. When kids lock into resistance, like Emma's, "I hate brushing," their downstairs brain stuck. Redirecting hands them a lifeline. Play, curiosity, a new angle, pulling the upstairs brain back in. It's integration in action, linking emotion to reason. Research shows this builds flexibility and problem-solving over time. Bryson adds the parenting win. Redirecting keeps you allies, not enemies. It's not caving, it's clever. You're not just dodging drama. You're teaching them to pivot through life's bumps with you. Redirecting in the moment. This takes finesse. When Emma wails, Sophia clings, or Ethan slumps, your own downstairs brain might itch to roar. Siegel and Bryson say breathe, then redirect. It's a tweak, swap stop it, for let's try this. Humor, a task, a question, anything to shift gears. They share a nugget. A dad faced his toddler's store tantrum over a toy. No, didn't work, so he redirected. Let's hunt for something red instead. The kid scampered off, tantrum forgotten. Redirecting turned a no into a yes, small pivot, big piece. As we wrap this segment, see Emma's brush, Sophia's screen, Ethan's math. Redirecting didn't just sidestep the mess, it steered it to growth. Siegel and Bryson show us, discipline isn't a tug of war, it's a dance. Pivot the energy, light up the brain, move together. Next time they dig in, redirect. What's your detour today? 8. Repair and reconnect after conflict. Conflict is inevitable, but it can also be an opportunity to strengthen the parent-child relationship. Siegel and Bryson emphasize the importance of repairing and reconnecting after a disciplinary moment. Apologizing when necessary and affirming your love helps restore trust and teaches children how to resolve conflicts in a healthy way. The gift of repair. Picture this. It's dinner time, and your 8-year-old, Sophia, spills her milk again. You snap. Can't you be careful? She storms off, and you're left with a wet table and guilt. Conflicts hit, and it stings. Siegel and Bryson step in. Don't dread the rupture. Embrace the repair. They call it rupture and repair, the idea that every clash is a chance to reconnect. The brain science is clear. Conflict spikes the downstairs brain. Emotions flare, connection phrase. Ignoring it or doubling down keeps that rift wide. But repairing, owning your part, reaching out, brings the upstairs brain back, weaving trust and resilience. It's not failure, it's fuel for growth. Example 1, the milk mishap. Let's stay with Sophia. She's in her room, you're mopping up, both fuming. Repair starts with you. You knock. Hey, I got loud about the milk, sorry. That wasn't fair. She peeks out, wary. You reconnect. Spills happen. I've done it too. Want to reset with me? She nods, softer now. You sit. What got tough tonight? She mumbles, I was tired. You nod. Me too. Let's clean it together and grab a snack. You wipe. She chats, rupture mended. Her whole brain logs. Mistakes don't break us. No repair might have left her sulking. This rebuilt the bond. Example 2, the bedtime blowout. Now imagine your 5-year-old, Liam, fighting bedtime. One more show. Turns into you shouting, now. He cries himself to sleep, and you're wrecked. Next morning, repair. You cuddle up. Last night got rough. I didn't mean to yell. How'd that feel? He sniffles, scary. You reconnect. I bet. I'm sorry. I want bedtime cozy, not loud. How can we fix it tonight? He suggests, story. You agree. Repair taught him. We can mess up and make up. His upstairs brain links love to forgiveness. Skipping it might have left fear. This sowed trust. Example 3, the teen clash. One more. Your 14-year-old, Ethan, sneaks extra screen time. You catch him. Bark. You're done, give it. He slams his door. Hours later, repair. You knock. Hey, I lost it earlier. Sorry for the yelling. Can we talk? He grunts. Fine. You sit. I was mad you broke the rule, but I didn't handle it great. What happened? He admits. I just wanted to finish. You reconnect. I get that. Let's redo. How do we balance fun and rules? He offers. Warn me first. Deal struck. Repair wired his brain. Conflict ends in team, not triumph. No repair might have bred resentment. This grew respect. The brain's healing. Why repair? Siegel says it's neural gold. Ruptures stress the downstairs brain. Safety feels shaky. Repairing floods it with oxytocin, the connection hormone, linking it to the upstairs brain's empathy and insight. Studies show kids with consistent repair handle setbacks better. They learn relationships bend, not break. Bryson adds warmth. Repair isn't weakness, it's modeling. You show. I'm human, and so are you. Let's fix this together. It's not just peace, it's a blueprint for life's inevitable phrase. Repair in the raw. This isn't tidy. When Sophia spills, Liam wails, or Ethan defies, your own downstairs brain might stew. Asterisk they started it. Asterisk Siegel and Bryson say cool off, then repair. A simple, I goofed, let's try again works. It's less about perfection, more about presence. They share a story. A mom yelled at her son for dawdling. Later, I got grumpy, sorry. How's that for you? He hugged her, repair clicked. It didn't erase the clash, it elevated it. As we wrap this segment, see Sophia's milk, Liam's tears, Ethan's screen. Conflict broke the line, repair reeled it back. Siegel and Bryson show us. Discipline isn't about flawless days, it's about fixing the frayed ones. Own it, mend it, reconnect. That's how you build a child who trusts, bends, and heals. Next time sparks fly, repair, what's your reconnect move? 9. Be intentional about setting limits. Discipline doesn't mean being permissive. The authors stress the importance of setting clear, consistent limits with kindness and firmness. Children need boundaries to feel safe and secure, but these boundaries should be communicated with empathy and understanding, rather than rigidity or harshness. The purpose of limits. Picture this. It's after school, and your 7-year-old, Emma, is begging for cookies before dinner. Just one, she pleads, and you're tempted to cave or snap. No, that's it. Siegel and Bryson offer a middle path. Be intentional about setting limits. Limits aren't walls to trap kids. They're guardrails to guide them. Done right, they say, I love you as much as, here's the line. The brain angle is key. Kids' downstairs brain, emotional, impulsive, craves freedom, but their upstairs brain, logic, self-control, needs structure to grow. Intentional limits balance both, offering safety without shame. Random no's confuse, purposeful ones teach. Example 1. The cookie conundrum. Let's stay with Emma. She's eyeing the cookies, and you're juggling dinner. A vague no snacks might spark a wine fest. Instead, be intentional. You crouch down. Cookies sound yummy, huh? Here's the deal. Dinner's soon, so we save sweets for after. Want to help me stir instead? She pouts but nods, grabbing a spoon. The limit's clear. Asterisk no cookies now asterisk. And why? Asterisk dinner's priority star. You've paired it with a yes. Asterisk help me asterisk, keeping her upstairs brain engaged. She learns. Rules make sense, and I'm part of this. A harsh no might have flared her downstairs brain. This grew her trust. Example 2. The screen time struggle. Now imagine your 10-year-old, Sophia, glued to her phone. 5 more minutes, she begs as you call her off. An abrupt, put it down, could ignite a fight. Be intentional instead. You sit close. Screens are fun, I get it. Our limit's 1 hour, and we're there. It's homework time now. Want to pick music while you start? She grumbles, but switches. The limit's firm. Asterisk 1 hour asterisk. With a reason, asterisk balance matters asterisk. And a pivot, asterisk music choice star. Her downstairs brain feels heard. Her upstairs brain plans next steps. She logs. Limits aren't random. I can work with them. Forcing it might have bred defiance. This built cooperation. Example 3. The bedtime battle. One more. Your 13-year-old, Ethan, is gaming past curfew. Just one more level. Meets your bed now. And tempers flare. Intentional limits shift it. You say, gaming's awesome, but our rule's 9 p.m. cutoff. Sleep keeps you sharp. Want to tell me about that level tomorrow? He sighs, saves, and heads off. The limit's set. Asterisk 9 p.m. asterisk. With purpose. Asterisk sleeps key asterisk. And a bridge. Asterisk talk later star. His downstairs brain calms. His upstairs brain accepts. Rules have a point. A yelled off might have sparked rebellion. This kept the peace. The brain blueprint. Why intentional limits? Siegel's science says structure wires the brain. Clear boundaries calm the downstairs chaos. Kids feel safe knowing what's what. Meanwhile, the upstairs brain learns self-regulation, linking I can wait. Studies show consistent, kind limits boost impulse control and emotional stability over time. Bryson adds the heart. Intentional limits aren't cold, they're caring. You're not just saying no, you're showing how. It's discipline that says, I've got you, and here's the path. Limits with love. This takes thought. When Emma begs, Sophia clings, or Ethan pushes, your own downstairs brain might snap. Asterisk enough? Asterisk, but pause. Intentional limits mean picking your whys. Asterisk health, balance, rest asterisk, and pairing them with connection. A quick because I said so flops. A clear here's why, and I'm with you lands. The authors share a gem. A dad faced his kid's candy obsession. No more. Became 2 pieces now. Keeps your tummy happy. Pick him. The kid chose, satisfied, limits set, love intact. As we wrap this segment, see Emma's cookies, Sophia's screen, Ethan's game. Intentional limits didn't just hold the line, they drew it with purpose. Siegel and Bryson show us. Discipline isn't chaos or tyranny, it's clarity with care. Set the limit, share the why, stay close. That's how you build a child who thrives within boundaries, not against them. Next time they test, be intentional. What's your limit today? 10. Model the behavior you want to see. Finally, Siegel and Bryson remind parents that children learn more from what we do than what we say. If parents want their children to manage emotions, handle conflicts calmly, and take responsibility for their actions, they must model these behaviors themselves. Discipline is as much about teaching through example as it is about guiding children directly. The mirror of modeling. Picture this. It's a rushed morning, and your 5-year-old, Liam, spills juice all over the counter. You're late, and your instinct is to snap, Look what you did. But Siegel and Bryson pause us. What if Liam learns more from how you handle this than from any lecture? Modeling means you're the blueprint. Your response becomes his lesson. The brain science backs it. Kids mirror neurons fire when they watch you, wiring their downstairs brain, emotions, and upstairs brain, reason, to mimic what they see. Yell, and Liam learns chaos. Stay calm, and he learns control. Modeling isn't perfection, it's showing the way. Example 1. The juice spill slip. Let's stay with Liam. Juice is pooling, and he's frozen, waiting. Instead of barking, you model calm. You take a breath, audible, slow, and say, "Oops, juice went wild. I'll grab a towel. Want to help?" He nods, copying your steady tone as he wipes. Later, you reflect. Spills happen. I stayed cool so we could fix it. Felt good, huh? He grins. Yeah. You've modeled self-regulation. His downstairs brain saw peace. His upstairs brain learned teamwork. A shout might have taught fear. This taught poise. Example 2. The traffic tantrum. Now imagine your 9-year-old, Sophia, in the car. Traffic snarled. You're late, and she's whining. Why is it so slow? You could snap. Quit complaining. But model instead. You sigh, then say, "Ugh, this stinks. I'm frustrated too. Let's breathe it out." 3 big ones. You do it together, loud and goofy. She giggles, tension drops. You add, "I'm choosing patience," makes it easier. Want to pick a song? She does. Modeling showed her. I can feel mad and manage it. Her brain mirrored your shift. Downstairs calmed. Upstairs chose joy. A rant might have fueled her fuss. This lifted it. Example 3. The homework hustle. One more. Your 14-year-old, Ethan, is procrastinating on a project. Do it, gets a shrug. Instead, model effort. You sit nearby with your own task. Say, bills, and say, "I've got boring stuff too. Let's grind together." I'll start. You jump in. You focus, humming lightly. He watches, then opens his laptop. Later, "I pushed through, felt good." He nods, kinda. You've modeled persistence. His downstairs brain saw calm effort. His upstairs brain caught grit. Nagging might have stalled him. This nudged him forward. The brain's mirror. Why modeling matters. Siegel's neuroscience says kids are wired to reflect us. Mirror neurons light up, copying your emotional tone and problem-solving style. When you model calm, their downstairs brain learns regulation. When you model thoughtfulness, their upstairs brain builds empathy. Studies show kids of steady parents handle stress better. They've seen it done. Bryson adds the soul. Modeling isn't do as I say. It's watch me do. You're not just teaching behavior. You're living it. Imperfect? Sure, but real. Modeling in the mess. This isn't always easy. When Liam spills, Sophia whines, or Ethan drags, your own downstairs brain might flare. Asterisk, not again. Asterisk, but that's the moment. Model the reset. A visible breath, a "let's try this." Even in, "I'm sorry, I'll do better." Kids don't need flawless. They need human. The authors share a story. A mom lost it over a messy room, then modeled repair. "I yelled, 'Sorry. I'll clean with you now.' Her kid joined. Learning. We can stumble and stand. Modeling stuck. As we wrap this segment, see Liam's juice, Sophia's traffic, Ethan's work. You didn't just tell them, you showed them. Siegel and Bryson reveal. Discipline isn't words alone. It's the life you live. Model calm, effort, care, and their brains mirror it back. Next time they falter, model, what's your behavior teaching today? I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and please remember to subscribe to receive notification of upcoming recordings. See you in next video.